Hi, everybody. All right, we'll give it a few seconds for people to come in here. Um, yeah, so just scrub forward because it's noon on Monday. Woot woot. Hopefully, they'll send out notifications. So, today I'm going to be drawing using a ruler and a protractor. So, that's always exciting. And I know you guys love it. And I have to show my Christmas present from Dee Dee. Moderator gift. She's good that way. I'm not that good. Anyway, hey, Alyssa, your arms got all decorated this morning. They were very festive, I have to say. The arms are funny every time. It's a good stream over at Dee Dee's. And you missed the first part of it, Alyssa. Go back and watch because she got a package from Joanne in Canada. Totally cool vintage stuff in there. Hey, Terry Brett. Hi, Miriam. Hey, Lena. I'm going to go watch your knitting video later. You saw it. So cute. I know, right? Hey, Dee Dee. I was just talking about you. Nothing bad, though. Man, chat is starting to zoom. Hi, Sharon. All right. So, and I really wish I could draw those quick animals like Dee Dee, but I'm too anal. Hi, Missy. I didn't say nothing bad. Actually, I was thanking Joanne. I mean, that was so cool, all that stuff she sent you. All of it, very cool. Hey, bossy butt. No bossing going on today, Devin, because I have a plan. I hope I have a plan. Oh my God. I guess I could get that Instagram thing ready to show you guys. So the thing I'm going to draw today, actually, I saw on Instagram and I saved it because it was cool looking to me. I like anything circular. Let me go to my saved posts. There we go. All right, I'm ready for you guys. Yeah, she was the counter chick. Bossy butt is everywhere. Anyway, so we got some people in here now. I'll show you my moderator Christmas gift from Dee Dee. She amazes me all the time. I send her big pens. Hi, Kimberly. And she sends me cool stuff. But I did come up with a plan, Dee Dee, because my at least one of my granddaughters is coming the first part of January. Less than a month away. I should start getting ready now. Anyway, she sent me a few weeks ago in her stream. We were talking about those cool coloring posters that were really popular when I was a teenager, which was 50 or more years ago. Because y'all know about how old I am. So she sent me this giant, huge coloring poster of a koala. And when I got it, I was shocked. I was talking to Dee Dee on the phone. I wanted her to see it. Now I have to go show you the picture because I folded it all back up and put it back in its packaging. But I'll show you how freaking huge this thing is. Hi, Icy. Oh, man, I deleted them. Never mind, I can't tell you. Anyway, it says on here, this thing is 38 inches by 26 inches, almost 27 inches. This is huge. It will cover the whole table. So I thought my granddaughter and I can start coloring it together because it's that big. We can color on the same sheet. You can send it back to me? Okay, yeah, because I deleted it. Because, well, yeah, I deleted it. It's gone. What are you going to do? All right, hang on a minute. Dee Dee will send it back to me. See, I think I have one from when I was a kid too, Kimberly. I think it's down in my box of memorabilia that they saved when they were cleaning out my mom's house. I got a bunch of dolls and doll clothes and high school annuals and stuff like that. It's all in one box, and I'm almost certain that the poster is in that book, or my memory's all goofed up. So, but I love them. But anyway, what we were talking about was what markers came with those. And I kept thinking, all I could think of was doodle art. My brain got stuck on doodle art. And I don't think there was such a thing as doodle art back then. All right, here we go. All right. This is a cabinet. Can you guys see it? That I keep my rubber stamps in. And it's big. It fills up like almost the entire wall. That's how big the poster is. You guys, it's huge. Thanks for sending this, Dee. Oh, Miriam, I'm sorry you got a headache. Yep, hang out in bed. So that's how huge it is. So I'm going to make Courtney color with me. And I'm not sure if I'll let her use these. I will. But along to go with the coloring poster, she sent me, and I'll have to move the camera out, 72 dual tip brush pens. Look at this. I haven't swatched them yet. I was going to do it the other night. I didn't get to it. But look at this. Would you not have just died as a kid to have that? I mean, I'm dying as an adult. Hey, Barbara. So, and there is one pen missing because I'm using it for another project. So I have used a couple of them already. So that's my, and I don't wait to open presents. If they come, I'm opening them. I called Dee when I got it though. So I have to have something to color with because, yeah, I have almost nothing behind me in my build. I have almost nothing. If I'd have known how much stuff I have now, if I was a kid, I know you'd have been in heaven. I know. Yeah, I would have wanted to grow up so much quicker. Hi, Linda. Hi, Tim. Hugs to Tim. Hope he's getting better every day. Poor thing. I know, Kimberly. I hope you're crying over there. And look what I did yesterday. I was doing laundry and I used Clorox on something. I got it on my shirt. So this was not a paint shirt, but it is now because I did that. I was wondering, could I? Oh, I got more. Yeah, I was pretty pissed when I saw it. But anyway, I'm wondering if I could use a gray alcohol marker to make it less obvious. I was bummed when I read this because it's a really nice warm shirt. Anyway, what else? That's all I have to show you guys. I have been working on a Pantone card that I'm not ready to show yet, but so far so good. I'll let you guys see it later. I'm working on a couple of projects. You've done that so many times. I know, Kimberly. Yes, color it. Okay, let's pick out I'll do it on stream. My alcohol markers are right here, and I'm going to use them later on. I wonder if the dark gray one will be too black. I don't know. One thing about those alcohol markers that I got, they give you lots of nice grays. You've done it before with markers? Okay, because when I saw it, I thought, well, the only thing I have, okay, I got out the real dark one, the warm gray. You guys, I think it's going to work. This is crazy that I'm on stream repairing my clothing. Oh, you can't even hardly tell. This is awesome. I wonder if it'll last through a washing. Check it out, you guys. It's disappearing right before your very eyes. And Devin, Bossy Butt, thank you for telling Dee to send me that monkey. I very appreciate it. That was very kind of you. So I'll quit talking bad about you for a while. Not long, though. Look at disappearing right before your very eyes. This is stimulating, isn't it? Anyway, what I'm going to draw today, I saw it on Instagram, and I'll tell you who the lady is. Wow. Doesn't look great, but it's way better than it was. I could go down to the Walmarts in this now. This is a fashion challenge, right? You guys wouldn't even know. If I went like that, would you know? Yeah, you could still see. I have some touch up to do, but I'm on it, on it, on it. Now you have a gray stain. I know, but that's okay. How could I know, Devin? That was so thoughtful and kind of you. Anyway, and if anybody came in when I was coloring my shirt, hi. Anyway, so let me show you. I've started following on Instagram a bunch of different Zentangle artists because there's some clever people out there, you guys. Like, I'm not even kidding you. Come on. Now I'm showing seeing all of Dee Dee's pictures. All right. I follow her. Her name is Yuko. Anyway, she did this cool circle with a Christmas ornament in it. And all of her work is just so meticulous, you guys. And I think that's part of the reason I totally love her art is it's always just so well done. So I'm going to try and recreate this today. And I think I'm going to for the ornament in the middle, I'm going to use that mica ink that I bought. And then I think I'll use alcohol markers and colored pencil for the others. I thought it was pretty too, Dee Dee, but mostly I think I like because it's such a circle and I don't know what I'm going to do with it other than draw it because I want to. And I think I can. We'll see if I can. So that is my inspiration. I will definitely, when I post it, I will definitely link her and thank her for the inspiration because I love all of her work. I mean, I interact with her as much as I do any of you as well. So I don't know if she did it on stream or anything else. I'm just going to do it my own way. But that will be my pattern that I work off of. So you guys know I love rulers. I love protractors. I love anything that is a measuring or straight line tool. So the best way to do this, I'm hoping, is to draw like an X first, get some lines to work off of. And I have to leave Focus You Freak for a while until I get this white off the page. And it's not going to take up the whole sheet, so I'll start off to an edge and I'll end up with a that should be big enough for the circle. I'm going to use one of the circle cutting tools from, what's it called? Creative Memories. I've used these before on stream and they cut really nice circles. So when I'm done getting the circle divided up, I'll go ahead and cut it out. Don't worry, be happy. Thank you, Barbara Clark. Barbara, you, hi, by the way, are paying attention, girl. All right, so I'm sure everybody knows a circle is 360 degrees, and then you can divide that circle up using a handy-dandy protractor, which I bought this cool set of tools not very long ago. I haven't used it a whole lot, but I think I'm going to use this smaller one. But if you divide 360 degrees, a circle, into 5, you get 72 degrees. I did the math, so I didn't have to torture you guys doing the math. But you guys get that, right? And by drawing that square and using the milled edge of the paper, I'm certain that I have a 90-degree angle. That's why I did that first. I could tell you said ruler because my heart started beating faster, right? Did you breathe harder? Okay, so yeah, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 71, 72. Okay, and then I'll move it this way. Now, how many of you would actually do this? Can I see my mark? Where did my mark go? I lost my mark. All right, we'll start over. Oops, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 71, 72. I'll make sure I know which one it is now. And you could do the math and do 72 plus 72, but I'm just going to do it different. So this one will be 144. Um, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. So I'm at 54. 126. Do you guys remember how to use protractors back from when you were in school? I need to move that out a little bit. If you don't, there are some really cool videos on YouTube. I'd rather chew on a razor blade than do math. I like math. Okay, so I'm like at 126, I think now, but so 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. Okay, it should be about there. So is that right? Let's count the... And then draw a straight line out from your center to each of your marks. And that should divide your circle up into 5 equal parts. If it doesn't, I did something wrong and don't do what I did. Hi, Shelly. Thanks to the reminder from YouTube. So that was my original line that I started counting from. As long as it's close, I'll be okay with it. And if it got into fractional, just fudge. Just go up to the next one or whatever. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 equal parts. How you like that, goofballs? All right, now the one thing I can't be exact about, but it's going to be close enough. So for this set of custom cuttings, I did make myself, and this is years and years ago, you guys, a template of all the different size circles that I want. And I decided that I wanted this size of a circle. You could make it as big as you want, okay? But I decided this one, it's 3 7/8 inches. So it's the outside of the smallest one using the red cutting tool. And if you've never seen this cutting system, it's awesome. It's got 2 ridges in it, inside and outside, and then these cutting tools. And then each of the cutting tools measures a certain distance from the edge, or you could do the center or the edge, and it makes a perfect circle every time. Hashtag anal. Dee Dee can go sit in the corner with whoever's already there. Bossy Butt should just sit there when she comes in. Right? Straight edges, straight lines. Hi, Flo. You have the circle cutters. They're awesome, aren't they, Devin? Dee Dee loved her so much that she sent me all her extras, and she did, and it was way awesome. because I had used mine so much. And I'm sure you can buy the replacements for these because they designed them so you can pull out the little blade part. Now I'll never get this back. No, there we go. But I'm pretty sure you can get those still. So now at my cross where it was 90, now the one thing they could have done to make this better is to give you the 90-degree angle marks, but they didn't. So I'm going to use my eye the best I can. I suppose I could measure, but I'm just going to use my eyes as best I can and hope to God that it works out. You don't think they make them anymore? How could they discontinue such an awesome product as this? And I'm sure these blades are getting a little dull because I do use this. If I want to circle, I use these tools. And I'm pushing pretty hard. I'm putting some ass on it. And then, see what I did again? Get on camera and it goofs up every time. Hopefully it hasn't wrecked it. If it is, I'm going to have to start over and y'all are going to have to just deal with it. And since I marred the front of it, I'll flip it over and use the back. And this is how I'll get my marks. I'll just set that in there. I may just want to start over, try and do better. I guess I should put that in that because I do need to know the center here in a minute. Okay, that'll work. And the rest of that can just go bye-bye. Bye-bye. Am I missing anything in chat? Why does the word protractor have the word tractor in it? Doesn't? I'm not sure. But if anything has tractor in it, Robert Vaughn is in love with it. Okay, let me double check this real quick. Okay, this one goes here. All right, I did do it. Just double checking myself. Did I put that away? How could I lose something so quick? Oh, you guys lose stuff real quick? I lose stuff really fast. I'll erase these in a minute, but since I'm going to use the back side, which doesn't have marks on it, I have to draw them back now. So are you guys getting all excited and ready for Christmas? I'm really not. I will though, before Christmas, I will get ready and I will get excited. I have the oval set too, Devin. Do you have the oval set also? I have both of them. I've never used the oval set as much as I've used the circle set. All right, so this was the top. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 equal parts. Bad. All right, so I'm done with the cutter now. All I needed to do was cut that one circle. And if you don't have a circle cutter, that just makes my life easier. Go ahead and use a circle template. I'm going to have mine out here in a minute. I don't know where it is right now, but I will have the circle template out. Just use the circle template or use a plate or anything, because the whole idea is that if you want, honestly, I just thought I'd do it that size because it was convenient for me, and I'm going to do it against the black so you can kind of see a little bit better. You want that ruler for Hanukkah? Which one? This one with the dots in it? This is an awesome thing. This is a Yeah, it's to make evenly spaced rules and use it a lot. Yeah, I think it was primarily a scrapbook kind of thing. Okay, we'll look at her original again. Okay, so I have my 5 equal sections. Let's do the border, the holly border first, and then I'll pick out a size circle for the center that kind of fits well. I think that's the way. I got that ruler, this one, believe it or not, at Michael's many years ago. Remember when they did that whole journaling section in Michael's? There's probably a huge amount of them out there. So yeah, it was at Michael's. So in each of the center of the 5 sections that I have, I'm going to go ahead and mark it for myself. Just eyeball. I mean, if I wanted to, I could use the protractor again. You want me to use the protractor again? Hi, Anne. But yeah, that was to help you make boxes or lines or no, it's about this. No, it's over this way a little bit. Getting rid of the other lines that are going to confuse me at some point. Okay, got it? Let's use, I want a small nib for the, I'm going to draw the little balls of the holly first. I use a 5/32. Let's do them bigger. We'll use 3/16. It's a good day when you get to use a lot of cool tools in my world. I'm trying to keep them about the same distance from the edge. But I think when you're done, even if you don't pay attention to stuff like that, you'd still do okay. And I always tell you, don't ever try and draw a perfect circle. Get a circle template. You'll be less annoyed with yourself. That one I did smaller. It's all right. We'll still do these bigger. We don't care. Okay. Now you've got your little holly balls in there. Hi, Raul. You love your circle templates, bowls, plates, lids. I have to say, I do that a lot. Like a lid off of anything that I happen to have. I'm good with that. All right, let me look at my design again. So from those little balls, I'll draw a line to my divider lines. And if I goof up at this point, you know I have to start over and do the whole ruler, protractor, all that stuff again, which would not necessarily bother me, but it might make you guys crazy. Hi to anybody who has come in while I've been measuring and cutting. Now I'm drawing. This is not waterproof ink, but I'm going to color with alcohol markers. So Yeah, shouldn't matter. Okay, so we'll draw the little holly now. My pen didn't want to write. Ugh, have to order myself a new box. Have no worries. I have plenty. Look at me being all Christmassy right now. You're watching and purchasing chocolate for Christmas? Yum. I'll get all that junk at the very last minute when I go to Sam's Club, because if it's here, I will eat it. So any treats for the kids or anything like that waits till the very last minute. I don't trust myself with it in the house. That's why I don't buy it. All right, we have holly, and okay, I'll just use that line. Now I'll draw the ornament in the middle, and I want a thicker line for this one, I think. Today in your art class, you introduced your students to foam clay. Cool. All right, now if I had left my 90-degree lines on here, I could probably center this better, but I'm not going to be that particular. Because if it's off a little, nobody cares. And I just picked a size that I thought would be good. That would have been too good. Either one of those would have been fine. So a little top to your ornament. There's your little ornament in the middle. I have a bunch of that clay in the basement. I started playing with it and I enjoyed it, but I don't have a softener, like a clay softener. My hands would get so sore. So yeah, I just decided that probably wasn't for me. Okay, I think I'm done with all my lines now. So I'll erase so I can start coloring. If I need these lines again, you guys are going to have to watch me do it. Scaring the hell out of you guys. Okay. Let's do the black outside first. What do I want to use? I'm sure I have a black alcohol marker. I don't see it anywhere. All right. We'll just use the black from my new markers that Dee Dee sent, because they're sitting here. It's not like I have limited amount of black Oh, nope, that's not going to be dark enough black. Sorry, bad idea. Your black has got to be really black. Let's try this one. Okay, this one's better black. This is some cheap set that I got at Hobby Lobby in their sale. Wonder what I did with that black alcohol marker. I'm sure there was a black one in there. So what else are you guys doing getting ready for Christmas? I don't even have a tree up yet, but I'll get it up this week, I think. You know what? I don't like that one. We started. We're going to go ahead. I'll probably go back in here and darken this, honestly. With the black outline, you can fix anything you goofed up, too. Let me check chat. I used it on some other piece of clothing. I might have, Barbara. That was pretty brilliant of me, though. And I feel better about it. That white on there really bothered me. And I didn't notice it yesterday at all. I noticed it this morning when I put it on because I wore this yesterday, too. I was bummed out. Today, I don't really need it. It's not as cold as it was yesterday. We've been having some pretty cool temperatures around here, and it's bumming Mr. Vaughn out. He is not a happy camper with this cold weather. This morning, he came in and says, "Do you want to go south again?" Like, no, I learned my lesson going south. I liked being at South Padre. I just didn't like living in a camper. I just, for short trips, it's fine. But if you're going to be spending much time, a camper is very confining. I was not a fan. And then if I'm going to be real honest, I'll tell you the truth. When we went south, we used to park, we had a fifth wheel. So we didn't have to drag another car with us, right? We had the truck that we pulled the fifth wheel with. But you park it in a campground, right? And there's a bunch of other people parked 10 yards, not even 10 yards, not far from you. Okay. So you're packed in like sardines. And a lot of these old people, you guys, don't have hobbies. I agree, Dee Dee. It's not a vacation if you're dragging your kitchen along with you. But anyway, a lot of these old people, and I was one of them, so don't be saying nothing about the old people. They don't have hobbies. They don't have anything to keep themselves busy in their tin cans that they're all hanging out in. And so you become their hobby. And that got real annoying real fast. I mean, I had one neighbor and I liked her. I mean, but I liked her after 3 p.m. She would be at my camper door like 10 o'clock in the morning with a beer in her hand. And I'm like, I'm doing stuff. I still took my art stuff. I still drew. Like I had stuff that I did. But I became their hobby. And that became pretty darn annoying. And when it finally dawned on me, when you're parked right on the beach, we were parked right on the beach at South Padre. When you're parked on the beach and it's winter, it still gets pretty chilly, and that wind off the ocean is pretty chilly. And so if you were sitting outside, you were always trying to figure out a way to get out of the wind and enjoy the warmth. And it finally dawned on me that one, it is warmer than it is at home. But on days when you couldn't get out, you're sitting in a tin can, and all you've got is what few things you could bring with you and a TV. I used to take my video games too, but after you've taken your walk on the beach in the morning, which I did religiously, I walked the beach every day and talked to strangers. It started getting really annoying. I mean, it's because you're a true friendly. They all want to hang out with you. Bossy, I appreciate your kindness. That was not it at all. They would have talked to anybody who freaking listened. That's just the truth. They didn't care who they talked to. They just wanted to talk to somebody who would pretend like they're listening, because that's what I was doing. So, yeah, we used the camper. We went down there 10, 11 years. We went for a long time. And it finally dawned on me that I'm kidding myself about how much I love this. I don't really love this. And so when it was time to sell the camper, we just needed a new one, because when you park by the ocean again, everything corrodes. Everything corrodes. There you go, Flo. Flo gets it. I was a warm body and they had nothing to do. And if they were sitting talking to me, it was a good excuse to sit around and drink beer all day. So, yeah. So I got tired of that pretty darn quick. There were some days. Now, you guys, this is what a creep I am. I don't mind admitting what a creep I am, because most of you probably already know. There were some days when I just didn't have it in me to deal with the people. I would go hide in the bathroom and turn the shower on so Robert could say, "She's in the shower." Honestly, I was just so beyond. Okay, I think these are the two I'm going to use. Okay. Yeah, we'll do the yellow first, okay? I'm going to do in between the yellow in between the leaves and the ornament. So now you know why I don't want to go south again. And Robert seems to forget that I have a memory like an elephant. So now the one thing I did like, we had a kind of a group of friends that we hung out with a lot, and they were good. They, we'd play games outside and stuff. And I had a group of women that I liked a lot, and I played cards with them. But we started like a poker night, and we'd all go down to a bar restaurant down there called Louie's for a happy hour and play poker, and then stay and have dinner. And I enjoyed that part of it. But these were not the people who were at your door at 10 o'clock in the morning wanting you to come out so they could drink beer. I mean, occasionally that's fine. But it was daily, and I couldn't deal. I couldn't deal. And I do try and be friendly and be nice to everybody. But yeah, sometimes it's kind of hard. But I didn't kill anybody, so I felt like that was success. And I don't think I hurt anybody's feelings. And some of the people I stay in contact with to this very day. I told Dee Dee the other day this story, talking about staying in touch with people for long periods of time. And it made me feel really old. And I'm not really old. I had a girl who worked for me for several years. And when she worked there before I worked there. I didn't hire her, but she was very good at her job. I liked her very much. She was a teenager when I started working there. And when she got in her 20s, she wasn't in a position that was a career position. She would have had to have my job. And I wasn't giving mine up. So I helped her get a job at the state. And of course, I knew her when she met her husband. And so I watched every stage of her life as an adult, right? She sent me a text the other day with photos of her first grandchild. And I was just like, holy crap. Now, all of a sudden, I feel old. If she's having grandchildren and I was already her boss, that makes you damn old, girl. I mean, I'm really happy for her. She'll make a great grandmother. But I knew her whole family. Hi, Jen. Yeah. Something like that will make you feel real old. And there are very few people in my life that I kept in touch with forever, right? But yeah, that makes you feel mega old. Mega. Looking in the camera, I've got this. I don't notice it so much in person, but on the camera, looks like I need to go over this a second time to get it really rich. And hi to anybody who's come in that maybe I didn't see you. I'm going to go over it again because I want it to look really rich and yummy. And hopefully it won't have that spotted look that I can see on the camera if I work fast. So I'm looking forward to watching Dee Dee at Kathy Berg's tomorrow. You guys are going to do collage, aren't you, Dee Dee? I am liking these alcohol markers that I bought. And because they're out in the build, I use them a lot more. So if you haven't done a build and gotten all your stuff out in your face, you need to do that. You'll use it more, I promise you. Yeah, it's looking a lot better. Going over it twice. And I haven't used the markers that Dee Dee sent enough, but I bet I'm going to like them. I was telling Elizabeth, the vet at Dee Dee's this morning, my neighbor called me yesterday and she was freaking out. Her dogs were freaking out. And she said, there's this huge bird. She sent me a picture of it on my porch. And I couldn't tell in the picture what it was. And she said, come over and see this thing. I said, well, go out in the patio and your presence should scare it off. There's still a couple places that look blotchy. Anyway, I said, go out in the porch. Your presence will probably scare it off. Hi, K-Berg. I just said I'm coming to your stream tomorrow to watch Dee Dee. I'm usually always there, at least for a while. I just lurk. But anyway, she went out in the porch and the bird didn't leave. And she said, come over and see what you think it is. So I went over, and there was the biggest vulture just up on her deck rail, the handrail part of it. And that thing was not budging. So I went out and I thought, well, it's hurt or something. Well, I got into that bird rescue thing. Lane brought me a bird one time, and I had to drive, I don't know how far, to get it to the rescue. And I told Elizabeth, man, I could have used you yesterday. Where are you going? Hang on just a second. Hang on just a second. Gonna talk to Robert. Bye. Okay, I'm unmuted. He's going in to talk to a mechanic. I was going to have him pick up some stuff, but wrong part of town. Anyway, I told her, man, I could have used you yesterday. Ultimately, what happened was we stood there and watched this vulture for the longest time. And finally, I started walking toward it, and it got up and flew. But man, I was afraid that vulture was hurt. But it was such odd behavior. And the weird thing was, the other vultures were all hanging out in the trees, like waiting for their buddy. It was just the strangest thing. So how many of you can say that you saved a vulture's life? I'm going to take credit even though I didn't do anything. He was probably just sitting there resting, because who knows what gross thing he was eating. And I will get out a colored pencil and soften these edges. The rat is back. What have you got, Robert Vaughn? If it's a present for me, I want it. Huh. Something from Sam's Club. Should I open it? It's a big old box. It's probably from Robert's daughter. Want me to open the present? That's where we're at. The Vulture Whisperer, right? All right, let me just open it real quick, because if it's something fun, I'll show you guys. Probably not anything fun if it's for Robert and I. It's probably food. I don't know if it has to be refrigerated. All right. Oh my gosh. Oh, it is from Jackie. I don't even have to look what it is. It's a bunch of nuts, and yeah. So that's fun. We have nuts for Christmas. But I know it's from Jackie because she told us about these spice or flavored nuts, and they are delicious. All right. Read and chat real quick. You want me to show you the nuts? Okay, I'll show you the nuts. There's a whole bunch of them in here. Jackie's really thoughtful that way. There's whole cashews with sea salt. Big old hairy packages. Okay, you guys, if I want any of these saved for Christmas, I will have to hide them from Robert, because he'll eat this whole thing. Praline pecans made with real butter, sweet, buttery coated pecans. Those are going to be delicious. And then She didn't send the one she told me to buy. I did buy the one she told me to. This is Almond Pecan Crunch. Lightly sweetened nut clusters with almonds, pecans, and cashews. That was really thoughtful of Jackie. So we got plenty of nuts around here, not even counting me. So, yeah. Hi, Jacqueline. They all look yummy, right? Robert will eat all of those. I will have to, I will literally have to hide them or he'll eat them all. I'll just take a few out of the containers and let him have the rest. Okay, so I think we're done with the kind of goldish colors. I do like the alcohol markers. Now we got a couple greens. Let's look at our swatches and see what greens we have. I like the apple green and the moss. I wonder if those, or if I should use the pine tree. I think because I'm going to shade them with colored pencil, I'm going to use the apple green. All right, let me find apple green in this. There's moss. What number was that? 260. There it is. All right. My ear needs to pop. Put them in the freezer. I'll put all the goodies in the freezer. My husband said it. That's probably what I should do, because one thing Robert, well, no, he gets in the freezer here in the kitchen because that's where his ice cream bars are. But our Schwan delivery is going to stop, so he won't be having his favorite ice cream bars anymore. I literally am considering running away from home if he doesn't have his ice cream bars. He's going to have to find something at one of the grocery stores, which is better because the ice cream bars from Schwan's were kind of expensive. But I liked him to have them if he wanted them, you know, like, yeah. But anyway, no more Schwan's delivery, which totally bums me out. I did like some of their products. And they just rebranded themselves. That's another thing I didn't understand, is why would you go to the expense of rebranding yourself if you're going to quit delivering to half the country? They quit delivering, I think he said, in 30 states. That's a lot. More than half if you can do math, which I know some of you are not big on math. Put them in little Ziploc baggies for him. No, I'm not treating him like a 3-year-old yet. That day may be coming, but we're not there yet, Jen. When I have to start treating him like a 3-year-old, y'all won't like me anymore, because I'm afraid I'll be grumpy. Because right now he can still dress himself. So far, so good, you guys. I'm doing better than I might have expected. Okay, I'm going to ask in chat, how many of you got your rulers and protractors out? How many of you even own a protractor? Probably not many, because y'all are a little bit healthier mentally, I think, than I am. All right. The green is pretty. Shelly taking off. Go have a great day, Shelly. All right. Yeah, because I can do the rest of it. Let me pick out a good red, if I can find one. That one? No. All right, what number was that? 70. Was it 70 or 170? Okay. I'll use the lipstick red. Whoever came up with dual tip brushes deserves some sort of international prize. I'm definitely going to darken up that black. Looks too splotchy for me. I am going to be having Christmas Eve here this year, so those nuts will definitely come in handy to feed the troops if they last that long, if I keep them hidden from Robert long enough. All right, so all the basic colors now are done. I'm going to paint this in the mica, that mica gold ink, very last, okay? You don't own a Protractor. Nobel Peace Prize for marker design. There you go, bossy. I even made one ruler to cut the paper in the corners for binding the cover. Okay, Flo has a Protractor. You need to find it. Terry Brett, there's Terry Brett. She has 1 or 3. I probably have about 5. These are just my new ones. This is my new one. It's so little and cute. Barbara's calling Miriam a show off. I like when y'all get in brawls in chat. All right, so I'm thinking. Let's look at the original, see where we're at in this whole process. I think the next thing is the shading, and then I'm going to have to go over the black. She ended up with a lot more black than I did, so her lines were far more. She did the berries down a lot further in. So keep that in mind if you're going to end up doing this. But I think I'll get out the pencils to do some shading, because then everything else is going to be ink that's going to stay wet too long. So my conspiracy chicken is on the floor. I must have knocked him over. All right, so for the red, I want a real dark red. So we'll use Tuscan to do the shading on the balls. We'll use marine might be good for that, or the dark green. Looking for it. Oh, I need to get a new dark green out. Look at my poor little dark green pencil. I have a replacement, so no worries. Occasionally I go on to Blick and order a boatload of pencils, so I know. Oh, here's a second dark green. Oh, different color. Never mind. I need to get an extra that one out. This one's still good. I can use it. Okay, so that's the leaves. I need a nice brown. We'll try that one. What else? I think that'll do it for now. Pick up the chicken so I don't step on him. Okay. shade your balls. All right, I need that pencil sharpener that Dee Dee got this morning intrigued me. I love a good recommendation for good pencil sharpeners. This is a Alvin one, brass bullet sharpener. I do like it, and you can buy replacement blades for it. So I do like this one, but I'm always up for a recommendation on a good pencil sharpener. I have electric one. I have one that you can screw on the wall. It's almost like the perfect white pen. It's very elusive, you know? I don't know how much you guys are going to be able to see this shading. I might need to bring you in closer. Let me see. I'm bringing you real close because I'm working fairly small here, okay? And I might get a little loud because the microphone's that much closer. Got a stray hair. I'm excited to color that poster with Courtney. I probably, when she comes, she'll be here, I think, the 5th of January. And I haven't looked at a calendar to know what day of the week that is, but I think she wants to stay at least a week. I probably will make her stream with me one time. So I'll have to come up with a project or something that she can do. One time I made her carve stamps with me. Another time we did some journaling by fives, which is fun for somebody who's never done it before. Yeah, the journaling by fives was fun with Courtney. Maybe I'll make her color on the poster with me. I ended up using the dark green. Do I need Focus You Freak on here? There we go. That's better. I do love the way the colored pencil looks on top of the alcohol inks too. I haven't done a lot of the shading with the alcohol inks, so I need to practice that some more before I show you guys how inept I am, okay? Simple stuff, you guys. You can do this. I do need to get some Christmas cards sent. I have really scaled back on Christmas cards. I used to do all handmade. I should get out some of those old handmade ones. I made some really fun ones, and I did always keep one of what I was making. When I get out my Christmas stuff, I'll try and remember to save them out and show you guys some of the really fun ones. And I was thinking the other day, one stream, I probably should get out and either watercolor or just color some of my Christmas rubber stamps, because I have so many awesome, cool ones that I don't really use anymore. You know, if you're making your cards or anything, I did use some of them in the Beast. But yeah, I have all these awesome stamps that I don't use that much. I still like looking at them. But yeah. Hi, Dorothy. Didn't see you come in. Anybody else who I've missed coming in? And then after the first of the year, we get the scavenger hunt. And I have not finalized the list yet. That will be getting done in the next week or so, because I don't want to save that for the last minute, which would be pretty typical of me. So if you have any suggestions for scavenger hunt, get it to me here in the next week or so. I have a pretty good list from when we did on stream that day. So, but if you have any more, drop me a DM on Instagram. Okay. Thank you, Flo. Hey, CB. Okay, for those of you coming in late, I saw this on Instagram by a username Yuko is how I pronounce it. She does a lot of Zentangle, and her work is always so meticulous. You must have used a ruler. I really must, Devin, make sure that I'm going to write that down right now to make sure that I have it written down. Okay, it's on the list now. Use a ruler. Just got home with my little sister. Oh, Dorothy, I'm so sorry to hear that. That is tough. Hugs on you, Dorothy. Painful days in a person's life. So that's where we're at right now. Okay. So next I'll do the brown, and I'm not sure about this brown that I selected. So let me pull you guys out just a hair. This shading will probably recede in the background when I add the dots, so I'm not being real careful here. I feel sorry for people who don't have Prismacolors or nice colored pencils. You just make your life so easy.
An idiot is attempting to reach you on your cellular device.
I'm going to mute you guys. Hello? All right, sorry. That was a local number, so, and I think Robert left without his phone, so. I can't imagine anybody going anywhere without their phone, but I heard it ringing, so. If I get a local number, I'm going to answer it. See how I'm liking that? Yeah, so you can't really see it. It'll disappear. Dee Dee was telling me the other day that Amazon deliveries are getting really delayed, you guys. So made me think I need to get on there and order the stuff I need now. So I don't know if every part of the country is experiencing that, but keep that in mind. She said deliveries were like 2 weeks out, which I'm used to getting stuff like next day. So yeah, I didn't expect it this early. I know that later on, closer to Christmas, they get delayed, but this seems a little early for me. So just heads up. Okay. What else? Add the white now or the gold now? Let's do the white now because I'm just going to use a white pen. Okay, at least a week, some books, 2 weeks. Okay, so yeah, heads up. 2 weeks. I know, Devin. It's like when you're used to getting it immediately, that 2 week stuff will kill you. I like that instant gratification. Oh, you know what I'm going to try? Yeah, for the highlights on the berries, I'll just use this because I know I can control it pretty good. But on the bigger dots, I can use a paint pen, and I know that. But when I ordered that transfer paper a few weeks ago, it came with these pretty cool little stylus things, and I thought those are almost like those dot making tools. So I thought I could try that with my Chinese white. So we might try that. We always have a paint pen we can go back to. Thanks, Bossy Butt. Well, 2 weeks ago, my husband left his phone at home, and when he got to work, he sent me an email asking if it was there. Barbara, that's funny. That's something I would do, so I can so relate to that. Probably the biggest dot that came in these, and this came with the transfer paper, so you could, outline whatever. I'm going to try that one, see, with the Chinese white, and it could be that the Chinese white will dry too quickly, so, or what do I have here? Some Zig white. But you could do it with white acrylic paint too. I'm just going to try it because when I came across these, I used my transfer paper over the weekend and I came across these again and thought, I need to leave those out because I'll forget I have them. So let's see. Let's see if I have a toothpick or something here I could stir this up with. I got this Zig White. It was in a drawing kit. And other than using it like whiteout, I've never really used it because I don't like to use these products in my dip pens because they're so dang hard to clean. So I haven't used it that much. But it is a really nice white ink, very opaque. So yeah, let's give it a go. Now, the acrylic or the paint pen would probably be 100 times easier, and I may end up going back to that. But I just thought when I found these, I'm going to try them. Misplay, shocking. I know, right, Miriam? Ah, you know what? Before I do it on this, oh, check it out. Perfect white dots, girlies. Woohoo! Quite a bit of ball discussion. Well, we're talking about balls, Barbara. What do you want? All right, now I got to move that out of my way, or I will definitely be getting my shirt in it, and you guys will have to be watching me paint my shirt again. Focus, you freak. All right. Don't even get me started on 12-year-old jokes, Barbara. I think you're a bad influence on me. My mother would have told me about people like you, saying that Barbara, she's going to lead you astray. And I'd be like, tell me about it. If you don't get it colored in completely, you have to go back. It's leaving little divots in there, but that's okay. We'll go back after they dry and do it again. I think the key is don't smush it down real hard. Now I'm going to go out and start picking up rocks so I can paint rocks. I got a message that Amazon had delivered and handed the parcel to the resident. Nope, they left it on the front. Oh, man, Dorothy. Now, that's one thing I don't like about Amazon is I'm always here. I'm usually always here. There's no reason in the world that they can't drop it off and ring the doorbell. And then I know there's a reason to go to the front door, right? Yeah, they just leave it there. And then if I'm not checking on my computer or go out and check, I have no way of knowing. I don't know why they have that policy that they won't ring the damn doorbell. And I don't have a Ring doorbell or a Ring camera. So, all right, this may have been a better idea in theory than in practice. It hadn't fully penetrated. Yeah, the other day they left. I bought myself a heating blanket, like a little throw for the couch, and they left it outside in the rain. And I just thought, what would it have been so hard just to ring the damn doorbell? If I'm not here, it's one thing, but okay. So how's that? I think I'll do random individual dots because that's a big area. All right, I'm going to start painting rocks, you guys, with these handy dandy stylus tools that I got. Because they make such awesome, perfect round little circles. Don't want to get carried away here. If I do, CB will tell me about it. That's for damn sure. It's a great little dotting tool, right? I'm psyched. Okay. And I got to use a product that I never use. All right. I wiped it off. I think it's good. I can put it away. Now, if I never use it again, I can at least say, well, I used it once. All right. You guys are going to have, I'm going to have to torture you because I've got to get that black on the edge blacker than it is right now. So, let me see. I've got this tool that's got a pretty big nib. Yeah, I'll just use this one. See how much better the black is? Probably should have used this to begin with, but I just didn't think about it. It's a nice black, though. This is another thing I got at the Hobby Lobby sale when they were giving everything away practically. I'm excited to use the mica ink. I'm going to use that tool with it too. Ooh. That was a monkey. Woohoo. Woohoo. I'm not getting up real close. I'll look in the camera and see how noticeable that is. Okay, that didn't take too long. It's pretty painless, right? Yeah, sometimes you got to make sure your black is good and black. Okay, so now I think the only thing I have left, honestly, is the gold. Now, one thing she did that I did not because I wasn't paying close enough attention. She's got the outline around the holly on the black edge. I guess if I wanted to go back in and put that in, I'll just, if this is like the prototype. But yeah, I do like that feature of hers. I think her circle is also much bigger than mine. So there's that. But yeah, I didn't leave the white around there. I suppose I could go in with my white acrylic pen if I really wanted to. But because I don't have the room, I'd rather have the gold balls than the white border. So where is the mica ink? I don't know if any of you have not ordered this yet. The mica ink I got it from Amazon. I'm not much of a metallic or glitter girl, but this is almost a must. You almost must have that. Let me find some garbage brush here that I don't care about. Let's try this one. I would never use one of my watercolor brushes or any brush that I cared about with this mica ink for sure. It probably will wash out fine because I think it's water soluble. But yeah, I just don't think I would. Oh, this is a floppy brush. We'll see if, yeah, I'm probably not going to like it. Let's see. Yep, not going to like it. So we'll get out one that has a little bit of a tip. Yeah, this one's cheap as hell too. I mean, it's really only a handful of brushes that I like enough that I just would not use. Yeah, this one's better. I can control it a little better because I'm trying to get right up next to that black line. If I goof it up, I'll just go over it again with the circle template and the black pen. But if I'm careful, I won't have to do that. But even in big areas, this lays down so nice. And I'm just dipping the ink out of the lid. I'm not dipping it down into the container. Because when you shake it, you get plenty of ink on the lid. You could try this different color combinations too. I just wanted to do it exactly like hers. So when I post it, I give her credit and she can pat herself on the back for being inspirational for goofballs such as me and you, if you're inspired at all. This actually, I mean, I'd hate to do this however many different times that you'd have to for your Christmas cards, but if you were just going to make a handful, this would be a fun Christmas card design for sure. You'd have to be damn special to get this, though. I used to spend a lot of time, though, on my Christmas cards for sure. I don't know how many people appreciated them enough because they were time consuming. Okay. On the camera, you can kind of see that it's leaving a little bit of texture. Let's see what I can do about that. This stuff does dry really quickly as well, so I don't think you'll notice it when I draw the design on it. All right, I think that's good coverage. Oh, I got to leave this out. Let me shake it again, get some fresh paint up in the lid so I can use my cool tool. If anyone's balls can stand alone at every chance. Thank you for that awesome compliment, Alyssa. I wish I had something as equally as nice to say back to you. Okay, I don't think I want the big dots in the black because I don't have that big an area. So I think I'll pick a medium-sized ball maker. Let's try this one. It's almost big or non-existent. So let's see how this one will do. Go back down here to our test area. Ah, is that awesome or what? I love it when my brain kicks in gear and does something halfway decent. It just makes me happy. Tilt to show the glow. Can you see it? Isn't that awesomeness? Now I will, and I'm not sure what I'm going to use, but I will draw on top of that gold. Yeah. So, oops, I almost just put it. It's cold, but it's not wet. That's how fast it dries that I didn't even get it on my hands, but almost really goofed up the works there. And I don't care if these are all the same size or not, or equally spaced or anything. Pull the lid over here so you can see how often I have to dip. I'll probably end up dipping every couple. Yeah, if I had to do it over, I would make the holly leaves more curved so I had more space on the edge. It probably isn't going to matter, but if I had it to do over, that's one change I would make. But live and learn. And most things I do a prototype anyway, so where I kind of learn what to do better or different next time. So yeah, this is like the little prototype. The highlights on the berries look great. Yeah. There's nothing like shadow and highlights to make something mediocre awesome. Like when Dee Dee does the eyes, she always puts a highlight in. Even on the envelopes this morning, she did it. It makes a huge difference. Even graphite drawings, leaving that little bit of white makes all the difference. I mean, I suppose if you wanted, I would never display my own artwork on my Christmas tree, but you could punch a hole in this and hang it. Probably what I'll end up doing with this is putting it in my Christmas card. I have like a little journal where I keep track of who I send Christmas trees or Christmas cards and which design, because I started that when I started, made my own. And I keep like some of my favorite stickers and stuff in there. I'll probably slap this in there because I definitely don't want it out in my living environment after I'm done with it. I'm liking it, and I'm so glad I found this little ball maker. Like my happiest day. See over there, I'm so close to the edge. So if you're going to do this, that's one thing I would say change. Live and learn. Yeah, that's getting nice and dry. I'm trying to think what tool, pen, whatever, do I want to use to do the Zentangle design on the ornament. And this is ink, so it's not acrylic. I shouldn't have to worry about ruining any of my tools. Maybe I can use a lay pen or something, because it's going to be pretty intricate because it's going to be small, right? Focus, you freak. Well, I'm really glad I discovered these this weekend. Flow. All right. You guys, I have to say I'm pretty happy with it so far. Let's do another little experiment. because I don't want to go directly on that, because if I screw up now, of course, I could probably go over it with ink again. I could at least try. But if I screw up at this point, it's going to be harder backing out of it. So let's do, and you guys, I'm sure you guys do this. I don't think I'm so weird. Well, I probably am, but whatever. I'm going to paint out a little bit of this mica ink and then dry it and then test to see what products work well on it. Where I'm not either not ruining my supply, but it will stand out on this. Okay, that should be coverage enough. I don't mind blaming Dee Dee for that mica ink because it's awesome. Thanks, Terry Brett. I'm so slow, I thought. Is Flo or Andrea and today my chip, it's functional light. Oh, okay. Don't feel bad, Miriam, because back when we were all on Ustream, was it Ustream? Yeah. Everybody had screen names. And look at this. Yeah, Ustream. Okay. Because I was moderator at a fair number of streams, and I don't want to show it, but honest to God, I had to have a book of Ustream names plus their real name in real life and their address. And I've never changed this. So I could go back. The other day I had to look okay, Colleen. We all call Colleen now, right? But back in the day, she was Scrap Chick. And I think it was because CB called me to check on some addresses to see if she had current ones. And I think Scrap Chick, I don't know. Anyway, so if you're going to use this book to look up Colleen, you wouldn't look up her first name or her last name. You have to remember her Ustream name, which then has her real name and address. And talk about a confusing system. This is ridiculous. You'd think by now I would have changed it. But one of the reasons I don't is because look, it's so trashed out. It's been around for so long, so many years. And sometimes I flip through here and think about old fibs, you know, not old fibs, but people who used to hang out with us a lot who don't anymore. And I would have long forgotten them or forgotten their screen name. Of course, trying to send out mail is a pain in the ass. I mean, it's like a mental exercise you can't even imagine. I'm going to hit this with a heat gun so I can draw on top of it. Did y'all need to know that? Now it should be dry enough. All right, which I thought I got a, oh, I did get a lay pen out. Okay, let's see what design she did on the ornament. Okay, we're going to try and copy hers. But then if I do a later one, I can do my own. I opened the box. It's from Jackie. I'm sure it's from Jackie because just what it is. But that doesn't mean you can take those downstairs and eat them all.
It's what now?
That doesn't mean you can take those down to the man cave and sit down there and eat them all like a pig. You have to share. Did I tell him? Hey, Gary. Thanks for coming and hanging with us today. All right, let's see. Ooh, I thought that would be darker. But the lay pen does definitely work well on there, which means I have a good selection of colors. They do show up lighter. And they're just going to take a little while to dry.
You want to save this box?
No, not really. Oh, I heard a good thing the other day. You know how people go around stealing people from Amazon off porches? I saw a guy on probably Instagram saying, save your Amazon boxes and put all the junk that you want to get rid of out of your house in the boxes and put them back out on your porch, and people will come haul off your trash. It's like, yeah, I'm going to do that from now on. All right, let me see if I have another. I know I have a, let's see, this is a Paper Mate. Comes out pink though. I kind of wanted a real dark red. Trying to think if I have a ballpoint or what do I have. I want something that I can control, right? For Zentangle. Can't have a real big nib. That is not going to work at all. Oh, here's a dark one. I may have just found my pen. I think I did. Only on here it's looking brown. I think that's still the color that I'm going to use. Very easy to control. Yeah, and it'll dry okay. Okay, I just put that aside if I need more. When people in chat say hi, Miriam, and I only see their handle and can't remember name, you're ashamed. Don't be ashamed. I don't think any one of us would say, I apologize, I've forgotten your name. Do I have any colored Pip pens? Oh, Devin, you brilliant girl. Okay, Devin, I'm going to have to train you in the ways of bossy people. Rather than being so polite, just saying, hey, dumbass, why don't you use your Pip pens? Get out your Pip pens. Do I have Pip pens? Now, these have been my treasure forever. These are like, they're brush though. Oh, they don't work as well. What the heck? Yeah, they don't work as well, Bossy. Can you believe that? I'm so bummed. But yeah, I have Pip brush pens. Look at those. Wow, I know. Now, the Pip pens, I'm going to say they're pricey. You can get some really good products a lot cheaper. But now the big brush pens, I don't think you can beat those at all. Not even a little bit. I can't help it. You're from Canada. I know. Oh, that's such an excuse for you guys. Hey, Lady Jan. I'm surprised they don't work either, but I knew it would be kind of a problem because this ink with the metallic in it, it's going to resist everything that goes on it. And what I was more worried about is how it would dry. Did Robert carry off the nuts? No, I threatened him, Flo. He knows better. But when I'm not looking later and he'll think I forgot about it, I'll have to go downstairs in the man cave and retrieve them. So then it's just a matter of which one of us can outsmart the other one faster. Okay. I could probably get away with a colored pencil. I kind of like the color of that better, the darker red. Let me see how a Verithin works. Okay, a Verithin is going to be a little bit easier to control for thick and thin lines. So use another metallic. I don't have metallic pens, Miriam. I think I have a gold one and a silver one, and I hardly ever use them. So now I have to decide. I'm kind of thinking I like the Paper Mate color the best, and it's probably going to be the easiest to control. So there. We've tried a whole bunch of different products. I can put the lay pen away. I do love the lay pens though. But I think for Zentangle, something with a nib, a gel pen. I don't have a gel pen either. Well, wait a minute. I did buy a pack of 6. Where did I put those? They should be right here. Here they are. I don't have a dark. I bought the pastel ones, but let's just try them because we can. I do have. Is this what you're talking about? They may never dry on them though. But otherwise, I don't have gel pens. Pit pens? Oh, pit pens have been around forever. What is feudal? Watercolor? Nope, not for Zentangle. Yeah, they're Dee Dee, it will ride on it for sure. But one, it's hard to see, and I don't think it's ever. I mean, it's going to take a while to dry. Where the flare probably won't. But I have to say, I do like those Jelly Roll pastels, and I know they make some other ones, and I had them years ago. But after they dried up or whatever, I never replaced them. I just never replaced them. So give me something to buy for Christmas. All right, let's see what we can do here. All right, now I'm going to do some Zentangle. And honestly, if it doesn't come out, I know I could do it with like a black Sharpie or something like that. I was just hoping I could use a nice color on it, but we'll see. And this is not a completely smooth surface. Like the metallic ink has a little bit of texture to it, so got to keep that in mind too. And it still is resisting, but a small amount. And I know the curve on those lines isn't exactly the same, but we don't care. If you wanted to do something like that, make yourself a template. I do have some, in fact, I used them yesterday. I bought the Artista paint pens, but the thing is, they're not, the nib won't be fine enough, you know? That's the problem. Got to cram a bunch of stuff in a small space here. So it's going to take a fine nib pen. You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? And honestly, this would be a lot easier if I had done this on a larger circle. So keep that in mind. Because I'm doing the exact Zentangles that she's doing. It would be fun to do some different ones as well. These happen to work well in the space. and a subject matter. Oh, I didn't do that right in the center. That's okay. We're not going to worry about it. Let me see what. Okay. Okay, it's getting quiet in here. See why I couldn't use like a acrylic paint pen? Now, if I had done this bigger, that would have been the perfect solution. You know what I mean? Is Alyssa put fixative on it? I may have to, but I think when it dries, it'll be fine. Let's see, and then I didn't do the exact design she did because I think my entire piece of art is so much smaller than hers. Okay, I'm going to let that dry for a minute. Do some little bit of cleanup here. Yeah, that was a good color for that, I think. It's nice to have such an awesome selection. You know what I mean? Now, really, everything else is going to be cleanup. But I'm really, really glad I found those stylus tools because they're awesome. Awesome. And I think that's about it. Am I done? I think I may be done. And actually, let's use a gray. Or should I just not mess with it at this point? But one of the things I love about Zentangle is the shading. And I'm thinking about doing, I thought that light brown underneath there would be enough shading, but I'm thinking I actually would like a little bit more shading there. And I want the white pencil, which I was going to say I bet I have out somewhere, but here it is. But she's got, well, I'll get the gray one out too. We'll just try it. What the hell? Because if I screw it up at this point, you guys, I've done it. I kind of know the mistakes that I don't want to make the next time. So yeah, if I want to try something, this is the place you should try it on your prototype. So this is warm gray. We're just going to try it. Let me see. All right. I'm going to hit this with a heat gun real quick so I don't start smearing that. If I smear that at this point, I'm going to be really mad at myself. And it lightened quite a bit as it started drying. So, and those aren't dry yet. The ones that are dark are still not dry. So. We'll just speed it up a little bit. Anything that's wet, suck it up now. Okay, I think it's mostly dry. All right, we're going to try this. Yeah, I like the darker a little bit better. Okay. See how you can just work out all the things? Yeah, this shirt is way too hot. It must be really warming up outside. My bleach shirt is too hot now. Is this torture for you guys? Does my analness drive you crazy? Probably it does. But just be thankful you're not living in my head. Most of the time it doesn't bother me. I'm used to it. At least I'm not smearing the stuff on the ornament. Okay, I was going to say, I hope I didn't put that white away. Oh, I'll use acrylic for it. Never mind. Yeah, I like the dark a little bit better. Your cats are spoiled rotten, Dee Dee? How can that be? I can't believe that. Okay. Now on the original, she does a highlight on the ornament. And her design sticks out way better than mine, but until I find something that will write on that metallic ink. You know what would? I could use the acrylic ink on with a dip pen, but I'm not going to. Let me see if I can get one of my Artistro pens writing. I'm still in love with these. I have not fallen out of love with them. One of my whites, though, is getting ready to crap out on me. And takes a little nudging. And it doesn't take very long for me to say, okay, I'm done. Screw you. I'm done. You haven't had to call the cat whisperer yet? Well, your day's coming, Dee Dee. I can see that the ink is flowing. This may be the crap one. Let me try the other one. I've got two of them here started, so you'd think I'd know which one works and which one doesn't. And if I have to, I'll get another one out. I may have trashed them both out. I really don't want to have to clean a dip pen. Come on, work for me. Okay, I just wiped it clean, so we'll see. Let Malibu lay on stuff. I would let her do that. The thing I couldn't handle about having a cat was the cat hair on everything. Oh my God, that made me insane. I'd get out my watercolors and they'd have cat hair in them. But my cat's fur was, there we go. I knew it would eventually work for me. Just have to work with it and cuss at it a lot. But yeah, it was the cat hair for me. Not having to deal with cat hair on my clothes. Yeah, to me, I'm like, oh, so nice not have to deal with that. I know one of these worked because I used them yesterday. It's not wanting to write smooth, though. That's the thing. All right, let's see what we got here. All right, so she starts up in this section of the ball. This is when it gets scary, when you know you could just trash the whole thing out really easily. And I kind of thought that red ink would come through, but it appears as though it's not. So, hot damn. Soaking through a little bit, but not bad. Let me let that dry. Go over it again. And then around the ball itself, I'll let that air dry for a minute, and then around the ball itself, she actually puts like a shine and white out here. It's almost like it has a little glow. And I don't know how you could accomplish this any other way than colored pencil. Excuse me. Probably shouldn't be such a stark line, I don't think. I didn't think this was going to take this long. I'm slow as hell though, so it shouldn't surprise me. All right, I'm going to touch up that white. What alcohol tip? Yeah, the shine around it really makes it look good. I know. That highlight is, oops, see how there's a little paint on the blob there? Come on, work with me. At this point, I probably should just get out the Chinese white. Chinese white will cover literally anything. Thanks, CB. I want to get rid of the red ink. Now it's going to work for me. Ugh. Why do you have to be so damn touchy? You'd think you were modeling yourself after me. Don't do that. You'll piss me off. All right. That's going to be as good as it gets. All right. I guess if you wanted, and this is what did I say? 3 7/8. So this is almost 4-inch across. I suppose if you wanted, you could punch a hole and put a ribbon in it and hang it on your tree. I just like the whole Zentangle aspect of it, which I could have done better. The curves could have been more even, but who cares? I'm really happy with it. So that's all I had planned for today. I'm ending way, way early. One thing I have to say, I think my the shape that is created by the holly leaves, I could be on drugs and kidding myself, but mine seems more regular than hers. Let me see if that's true. And I'm not finding fault with hers because hers is gorgeous. I guess there's just more of it. Yeah. I don't know. There's the two of them side by side. I would like more black on mine. So that's one thing I would definitely change. Thanks, you guys. Someday someone will say, I want to do things on the style of Janet, Dee Dee, Miriam, Yolanda. I know, right? Thanks, Terry. So, and actually, she has, and I'll do it with the gray since I have no clue what I'm really going to do with this. This would be like the prototype for the things I would want to change. But she actually does go ahead and shade the ball a little bit. So let's add some little shading because we can't screw it up at this point. You guys saw how to do it. You do it if you want. If you don't want, don't. Nobody cares. And I just use this gray because I had it out, but it's probably a good shade color anyway. I actually had never, I don't think, drawn on top of that mica ink or used colored pencil on it. So this was a good test today. She made her holly in a star shape. Yeah, hers is a little bit different. Shady business with the balls, right, Miriam? Living on the edge over here. Yeah, it has the holly in a star shape. Yeah. And I didn't necessarily do that. I was okay, I'm gonna be honest here. I was more concerned about getting the division of 5, but all you'd have to do to make it more of a star shape is drop the holly balls, more balls, Miriam. Drop the holly balls down more, and then it would make more of a star shape. But I'm not unhappy with this. So yeah, pencils don't usually like metallics, but there's no downside to this mica stuff. I'm not kidding. It's probably the only metallic. No, I like that, and I like the Calero metallic, the gold metallic. But mine is mine. There you go. You don't like the last shading? Well, I think if I tried to erase it at this point, since yeah, I'm not crazy about it either. And it could be the color that I used. Because it's just sitting on top. I can probably go ahead and eliminate it, CB. Freaking magic. There. Is that better, CB? Are you happy, CB? Or are you going to whine some more? I'm going to have to drive down there and smack you upside your head, girl. There. Is that better? Didn't eliminate all of it, but eliminated a lot of it. And that red did dry really well because I can't even erase that off. Now, if I wanted to get the red off because it's water-based, I probably could use my little bit of spit on the eraser and eliminate that too, if I wanted to. There, is that better? Balls up, everybody. Okay, CB's happy. As long as CB's happy, I can sleep tonight. All right, you guys, now I'm just wasting your time. I don't have a horrible mess to clean up. A few tools, a few little supplies, and that's that. So, yeah, now you see how to do it. It's better. Yeah, I like it better without the shading too. I'd probably be a little bit more careful with the Zentangle and dropping the balls down. So there you go. Okay, Dee Dee, I'm going to send you a picture of my tree when I put it up. This would cover a third of my tree. My tree is literally, if it's 12 inches, might be a little bit more than 12. I'll send you a picture of my tree. It ain't big, and it ain't going to get big. I don't even have a big Christmas tree anymore. Yeah, I don't even have one. I don't even want one. So, and a lot of the ornaments and stuff I've given away. And so, yeah, I'm not going to put it on my tree. But thanks for the offer. It'll either end up in that little journal, and then sometime this week I will be, let's see, there's the December 25th and the Beast. I've got to color these. I probably will use those markers you sent, Dee Dee, to color these. So I did use a couple of my rubber stamps for Christmas Day and Christmas Eve because I won't be writing anything else in there, so I don't mind filling up the whole page right away. Oh, my tree, yeah, is smaller than my two smaller ones, for sure. It is. Isn't the Santa cool? I think that was actually one of my mom's stamps, and I just love that face. Whoever designed that stamp did really good. And I've had the M&M Christmas tree forever. So, yeah, I am going to color them, Dee Dee. You mean right now? I was going to give you guys time off. You downsized to a 4-foot, pre-balled, flocked, and lit. There you go, Devin. I don't think you can beat it. So, yeah. Look, it would fit in the Beast. You never waste your time. I try not to. One thing, like when you become retired or you're no longer working, I can't even begin to tell you how valuable it is to have a hobby or something to fill your time, because you have a lot of time, and in my opinion, it's crazy to waste it. Color the tree. All right, we'll use the new markers and color the tree. Got my handy dandy markers out. Okay, I'll color the tree, Dee Dee. We're going to put red M&Ms on it. And I haven't swatched these, so I don't know what color is which color. Oh my God, this, Dee Dee, I'm living dangerously, girl, because of you. All right. Let's do the tree. I need a little practice paper here. Okay, that'll be a, ooh, look at the nib. I got to fix that. Push it back in. All right, we're going to color the Christmas tree. And I will go ahead and shade these as well and highlight and do all that junk. I should show you guys all my Christmas stamps. I have, I think, hundreds, and I love them all. Oh, you know, one thing I could do, I have some really neat, y'all know House Mouse, right? You're familiar with House Mouse rubber stamps? My mother was a fan of House Mouse, so I have tons and tons of House Mouse stamps. Maybe I'll stamp those and watercolor them one day on stream. And then I won't feel guilty that they're just here and never get used. But my mother was a huge House Mouse fan. Liking the brush tip, Dee Dee. One thing I didn't do, and I will just here in a minute. I'm moving fairly quickly. The paper in these journals is okay. It's not great. So I need to look and see if these markers bleed through. But yeah, use your time wisely. But it's nice on days when you don't want to, you don't have to. Yesterday, I did not use my time wisely. But I don't feel bad. Don't feel the least bit guilty. You still have the ornament you were given when you were 1 year old, so it's 9. Wow. That's awesome, Dorothy. You love House Mouse? Well, Sharon, pay attention, because I think here coming up, I will be doing a House Mouse. So I'm doing traditional Christmas colors. Okay, it ghosts. It doesn't bleed, but it does ghost a little bit, which I'm okay with. Yeah, I'm cool with that. But I do like having the brush and the fine tip nib for sure. So again, give those people a prize. I might make Robert take me out to dinner tonight. If Roadhog, yeah, it's Monday. Nothing's open on Monday on Monkey Island. Never mind. This is the time of day when I start thinking about, damn, I'm hungry. What should I eat? I would never have a Christmas tree with all the same color ornaments, even though I'm doing these this way. I like the ornaments that we collected over the years. I gave a lot of them to Jamie. Okay, Dee Dee, I'm liking them. I knew I would. Any coloring instrument, I'm a fan. Big fan. I got a little smeary over there, but oh well. It's weird that I collected rubber stamps the majority of my life. Now, I hardly ever even look at them. Even if I go in Hobby Lobby, I don't even look at the stamps that they're selling anymore. If they still sell them, hell, I don't even know that. I guess when you get enough, you've got enough. Yeah, if my mother was still alive, she'd still be shopping. I think the M's on M&M stay white. All right, let's see. Kind of the very lightest blue. Yep, that'll be good. Probably a solicitation. All right, now I want a darker green. Dee Dee, is that you? Watching, only 28 thumbs up. Who hasn't given me a finger? Yeah, you guys, give me that finger, would you? Come on, phone. Work with me here. Work with me. Okay. Zoom in, your freak. What? That? Oh, zoom in, you freak. Okay. Sorry, Dee Dee. Zoom in, you freak, and I'm ignoring her. It's probably some dumb solicitor. Wasn't focus, you freak. Zoom in, you freak. All right, now she's just giving me crap because I'm not paying attention. Zoom in. Zoom. 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 Okay, Dee Dee, I'm on it. I did it. Better. Okay, sorry, you guys. Not thinking on all cylinders. Thinking about food is what I'm sitting here doing. If Robert goes back into town, I'll go with him and we'll grab something in town. But out here on Monkey Island, I'm pretty sure nothing, absolutely nothing is open on Mondays because we're not in season right now. Anytime after October, if you want it on Monkey Island, you're pretty much screwed. That's it. They don't like to do the winter thing, and I can't say that I blame them, in all honesty. You make no money. Hey, Robert.
Yes.
Are you going back to town?
I'm sorry?
Are you going back to town
Yes.
right now?
Yes.
No, you're going to wait. And I'm probably going to ride with you and we'll grab something to eat. How about that?
Okay.
Okay. Go on your way now.
What?
But don't go to town without me.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Oh, he probably has to empty the car anyway. So now I've gone over some of this enough times that, yeah, I'm going to get some bleed through. It still doesn't bother me. Oh, hell, I was going to have to go to town with him anyway because he's going to leave his car, I think. He needs them to look at the heater. All right, Dee Dee, did you like the Christmas tree? I still have not decided what I'm going to use, what journal I'm going to use for the Beast next year. I'm really torn because I've enjoyed working in these travelers notebook size. So I don't know. I'm really struggling with what do I want to do about next year? Yay, we're taking you out for dinner. It'll be dinner my time. Yeah. So that's about as good as it's going to get. Hang on. The one thing that will make everything better that we learned a little while ago is the M&Ms need a little bit of highlight. Of course, you probably can't even see it. This is so small. Can't even see. All right, you guys, I am going to end a little bit early because I'm going to go change my clothes so I can get in something that hasn't been bleached. But there's my repair. Not really that noticeable, right? I almost made it town worthy, but I have to change because this is way too hot. So, yeah, I'm going to go grab something to eat and probably even wait to clean this mess up until later. I don't want to hold Robert up. So I appreciate you guys hanging with me. I hope you give it a try. It was fun to do. I have to say, I like the end result. I would make a few changes, but I'm really happy with it. I will go ahead and take a copy of it and post it and give credit to the girl on Instagram that I copied. So Thank you very much. I love you guys. Go enjoy this season. Be kind. I'm going to work my best at it. Okay, bye, you guys.